Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Minx28 YouTube channel, everybody. I appreciate you guys once again tuning in, and I appreciate those who watched our previous videos and have liked, shared, subscribed, the whole 9 yards. This video, I've got something that's kind of close to home, even more close than the previous videos, because it's Mark Robinson, okay? For those of you who don't live in North Carolina, God bless your heart, you're lucky. Mark Robinson is our lieutenant governor, and he's a cunt. He's an awful human being. He is a piece of shit. He's the example of not putting enough sugar in your goddamn Kool-Aid when you're a kid. He is what happens when you don't love yourself. He's the embodiment of Humpty Dumpty sat on the fucking wall. He's a cunt, okay? Now, is he a Nazi? Probably not, considering, his skin color wouldn't allow him to be a Nazi. But he does like to iterate some of their talking points. He does like to iterate some of the manosphere talking points when it comes to women. He's a fucking fat ass. Literally. And he's just like any other Republican candidate that's coming on the ballots these days. You're either a Nazi, a racist, a bigot, a rich CEO asshole, or a combination of all of those things. Or if you're lucky, you get one who's just a CEO bastard, but watered down. That's about all the Republican Party can put up these days. And now, granted, the Democrats aren't better because they put up this dead bastard. But I'd take that dead bastard over someone who could genuinely take the rights away from an entire section of people any day of the fucking week. So what am I talking about? Well, let's just let his words do it.
Let's say I was the governor and had a willing legislature. We could pass a bill saying you can't have an abortion in North Carolina for any reason.
For me, there is no compromise on abortion. It makes no difference to me why or how that child ended up in that womb.
Abortion in this country is not about protecting the lives of mothers. It's about killing a child because you aren't responsible enough to keep your skirt down. It's not your body anymore.
Yeah. That's my lieutenant governor. I hope this fucker has horrible things happen to him. I'm not gonna fucking elaborate, but I genuinely think he's an awful fucking human being. This is what happens when Satan takes a shit, right? But he misses the toilet. And it falls down that teeny tiny crack, right? That small little crack that leads in a loop back up to the mortal world. And that shit made it through the crack, scooped through, slooped back up, and out parked fucking Mark Robinson, okay? An absolute horrible, horrible human being, okay? This motherfucker has a special room in hell being prepped for him, and he hasn't even gone far. You're just the lieutenant fucking governor. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think he's going to win the gubernatorial race in North Carolina. I think Josh Stein's going to win it. Just because this motherfucker has said shit that's completely unhinged. And this is the state of North Carolina. Yes, we are country as fuck. No issue about stating that at all whatsoever. We are country as hell. Okay, there's a Bojangles in every goddamn town. Okay, there's a Bojangles in a town with fucking one street and one building on the street. And that one building is not the town hall in Bojangles. Okay, we are utterly country. Every glass of fucking sweet tea is diabetes inducing. Half the trucks in the state were squatted like 2 years ago. Everyone fucking hunts. Everyone wears fucking camo. We're country as fuck, okay? We're country light to a lot of people, especially people from further down south, but we are country, okay? There's gravy on the goddamn biscuits. There's fucking diabetes in every drink. And at least 80% of us have fucking severe underlying health issues related to weight. We are country. But holy, this guy misses the mark entirely. Like, just because we're country does not mean you could just come out and say the utmost fucking MAGA-ass, stupid fucking rhetoric I've ever heard in my life and just think you're gonna win. You might poll well in the rural areas, you know, fucking the Claytons of the fucking state and the fucking Boones and the fucking, you know, Duns of the states and the Andrews, but their populations compared to the major population centers, which you need to win, are nowhere near accepting any of this shit, like, at all. But he said it.
I absolutely want to go back to the America where women couldn't vote.
This is Mark Robinson. He's currently the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, and he's running to be governor. This resurfaced clip recently went viral, but it's just one of the many, many terrible things he's said over the years.
This guy is 10 toes down fucking just evil. Okay? It doesn't get more evil than this. It really doesn't. Like, if you think of the most evilest shit an American politician could say, this guy has said it. And it's funny because, like, all of the shit he says, like, dude, you don't believe in any of this shit. Or if you do, like, there's no way in hell you genuinely think that this shit is going to get you elected, right? Like, there's just no way.
Robinson's career started with a viral pro-gun speech after the 2018 Parkland school shooting.
I'm the majority.
He repeatedly mocked the tragedy on social media, calling survivors spoiled little bastards and media prostitutes. Robinson's Facebook is also full of anti-Semitism, like quoting Hitler, denying that 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust, and even declaring that Black Panther was a satanic Marxist film created to pull the shekels from black people's pockets.
Like, are we serious? Who is this dude? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, where did you, like, what did you call out from? Because he came from Greensboro, and Greensboro's fairly fucking country, okay? I'll give it that. But it's country black people. Like, dog, where the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, who the fuck? Like, also, didn't this guy do the whole Parkland thing, and now it's costing him this much? And talking about Black Panther was to pull the wool over black people's heads. Dog, it's Disney. They're pulling the fucking wools and shackles off of every goddamn body's wallet. The fuck are you talking about? And as far as the quoting Hitler, I mean, you quoted Hitler, okay? And you didn't do it in like a negative way, like to say like, oh, say, you know, Volkswagen is going to be the car of the people. No, you did it in like you quoting it on the Jewish question, which Hitler was notoriously fucking wrong on. What the fuck?
Keep in mind, his opponent in the gubernatorial race, Democrat Josh Stein, is Jewish. Robinson has also frequently ranted on social media about how being gay is a filthy abomination, equating it to pedophilia and suggesting it will bring about the end of civilization as we know it.
Fuck it. Mark Robinson, you're gonna bring about the end of civilization as we know it. You are. You are. Okay? That shiny-ass dome of yours is gonna bring about the end of civilization because I think you're causing all of global fucking warming. The heat bounces off your fucking head, and it reflects back into the atmosphere, and it's cooking the fucking planet, okay? Go fucking pick up the biggest fucking rock, crawl under it, and let it fall on top of you. You're an abomination, okay? And the end of civilization. And you just... I'm gonna keep it civilized.
And he's preached in sermons about how the pride flag makes him sick, calling it a direct spit in the face to God Almighty. He supports book bans to prevent teachers spreading their perverted agendas and says that schools shouldn't recognize the rights of queer and trans students.
Ain't but two genders.
Now, this may come as a shock, but Robinson also has some extremely beliefs about women. He said Christians should be led by men instead of women, and yes, he fondly reminisced about the time when women couldn't vote. He also supports a 6-week abortion ban and says Planned Parenthood has blood on their hands.
I don't know. I know one thing. Mark Robinson's mom should have aborted his ass. I do know that. I fucking do know that, okay? And, you know, I feel bad for her because, you know, she couldn't look in the future and see how shitty her son would turn out. This motherfucker is... I mean, this is North Carolina, right? This is what we are. This fucker's running for governor, and he's the Republican choice, okay? There's nothing wrong with the Republican Party. Don't let them fool you. They're okay. There's nothing wrong with them at all. Just a little bit of fucking projection and delusion going on. That's it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know.
Some more comments that the LGBTQ community might find controversial by the Republican Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. He delivered those in a sermon at Trinity Baptist Church in Mooresville last Sunday. In it, Robinson criticized the pride flag and churches that fly it.
I'm going to fly a rainbow flag out front and spit right in the face of God. Yes, I said it. Makes me sick every time I see it when I pass a church that flies that rainbow flag, which is a direct spit in the face to God Almighty. And if this nation does not stop it, this nation is going to be in trouble.
And just gets all the applause in the world. Like, why do y'all care so much about LGBTQ plus people? Like, it's your identity and you're not even it. That's wild to me. This is what happens when you have too much fucking time on your hand, too much goddamn thick old-ass grease running through your fucking veins, and your education system is so dog shit you can't critically think, so the first dog whistle you hear, you're suddenly just, like, all about it. I really don't understand.
There is no pride in sin. And I don't mind standing up saying it. There's no pride in sin.
Her face is literally everyone's face whenever they see this motherfucker say anything at all. Like, at all. Like, anything he says at all. This is the face everyone who has a slight... you got, like, 2% of a fucking working brain, and this is your response to this 0% brain motherfucker speaking. That face right there. And, like, so his website is hilarious. Because his website has zero fucking, like, content at all as to what his points and his views are. Like, I've clicked everywhere on this shit trying to figure it out. Only thing he has up here is this fucking dog shit video that completely is just dumb as fuck, okay? Let's look. Let's see. Let's meet. Let's volunteer. Anything about this? Anything about his points up here? No. Let's look at events. One fucking event. You can RSVP fucking P. I will fucking nowhere near RSVP that shit. You can send this fucker a message. Hey, fucking Mark Robinson, maybe just fucking go into the woods and take no cell phone, no weapons, no nothing, and don't come the fuck back. That's the RSVP. That's the message I want to send. County Leader Program. There's nothing about his points. Links to his fucking Facebook. Links to his Twitter. There's nothing about his actual points up here on the fucking website. And the reason that's the way it is because his points are fucking delusional. He doesn't actually have a plan. He doesn't have anything he wants to do. He's just going to march to the fucking call of Trump when time comes. That's it. Mark grew up extremely poor as the ninth of 10 children. His father was an alcoholic who routinely abused his mother. And yet he can talk about women the way he does. Maybe it was his father he took after. his father was a cunt, so he's a cunt. I don't know. After his father died, Mark's mom was able to provide for her kids despite only having a 5th grade education. Mark credits his mother's leadership for cultivating a foundation for his faith and an understanding that with hard work he could achieve anything. Black people have really got to get this through their head, okay? And they've really, really, really got to get this through their head. Because they love to scream all the livelong day that this country was not made for us. Then why do you continuously try and live as if the American dream is something you can achieve? You can't without becoming fucking Mark. Every, black guy I've ever met over the age of, 35 doesn't have the same mentality, the same political stances as Mark. But they have the same mentality as Mark. That, it's just hard work that'll get you, everything in the world. When in reality, in America, it's all a fucking dice roll. It's all a crapshoot. Whether you want to accept that shit or not, fucking America is goddamn D&D on steroids. Okay? What's your place of origin? What class are you in? Fucking goddamn, what's your attack roll? What's your fucking next move's fucking number count? What's your goddamn backstory? That's America. It's fucking D&D. But this motherfucker, okay, wants you to think that it's just, it's hard work that got me here. No, what got you here was fucking kissing the ass of your fucking bosses, licking their fucking assholes. And I don't mean in a gay sense. I mean a dirty asshole. That's what got you here, is licking a dirty asshole and saying, oh, my breath don't stink. Well, it smells like shit, and the stuff that comes out of it is shit. So you can go fuck yourself, Mark Robinson. You truly can. On behalf of all fucking civilized individuals everywhere, you can take your comments, you can take your beliefs, you can take your hope to be governor, you can take your life, your entire life, the moment you were free of your mother's home, and you can go fuck yourself. And I mean this to everyone that is not Mark Robinson. Long life and blessings to you. Peace out.
Shut up and sit down.